Right, guys. So finally, we have Satya with us now. Sathyaraj from Hero's own team, amazing rally racer. I've seen him race a couple of times, and it's really the way he controls the bike and the way he just goes flat out sometimes. It's really amazing to watch. So, without further ado, Satya, can you please just tell us a little bit about yourself on how you got into riding as a start?
So first of all, thank you so much, for having a session like this. And yeah, biking is always there with me, from childhood. Because most of my friends are kind of bikers and racers back in the days. So it was like a couple of guys who is surrounded me are always with bikes and cycle, doing stunts and racing and stuff. So I also wanted to pursue this career, kind of like career that time. But I don't know about career and all that time, but we wanted to do it as a profession. And I started motorsport in stunt riding. Freestyle stunt riding, that is basically doing wheelies, stoppies, and I spent a lot of time practicing and doing shows for many manufacturers and also for college events and shows. So that's how I started doing this motorsport events.
Okay. So, what made you go from stunt riding to off-roading and then finally to rallies? How did you get into that?
Actually, I always wanted to go into dirt race kind of stuff, like motocross, supercross and thing. But then I got an inspiration from many other riders who were doing stunt riding. I used to go to the small races happens in Coimbatore, like the local events. And the guy called Biju, so he's called Biju Throttlers. So he was doing stunts, okay, like a long wheelie. So the guys who were racing and the guy who came to see racing left the spot, and then they were behind this guy. They were clapping around and seeing him what he's doing. So I was like, what is this? Like, racing was my kind of a passion, and racing had a lot of crazy fans. But then this is something different. The end of the day, recognition is what you want. So I came to know that in stunt riding there are like a lot of people who like stunt riding. You get recognized so soon. So that's what I also wanted that time. So then I was like, okay, from motocross, supercross, this dirt racing, I'll just jump from dirt racing to stunt riding. So that's how I started stunt riding.
Okay. So, which was your first race then? Like, not stunt race, but which was your first dirt race? When was it? At what age?
Yeah, so my first dirt race is in 2000, I guess it's in 14, I guess. 14?
Okay.
Uh, no, it's not 14 or 15, somewhere around 14 or 15. I don't remember. So I did my first autocross race in Chandigarh. So I actually went there, I didn't have any clue because people invited me because I was in Hero that time. So I was working in Hero, still I'm working in Hero. So, people invited me for that race because Hero was the main sponsor in that. So, when people invited me, I thought, okay, maybe I'm going to do some stunt riding or something like that. So I took all my on-road gears and helmets and stuff, and then I ended up there. And then it was like a dirt race because nobody informed me about it. So then even the first day also, I was like, okay, where will I do the stunts and stuff? Like, I can't see any space. It was like that. Then there was the start line, and I was like, okay, maybe in the start line or something like there's space, so we'll do stunt riding there. And in the night, the manager told me like, Satya, what are all the categories that you wanted to ride? I was like, what, like, categories? Then I was like, okay, I'm here for a race. And then I was like, okay, fine, anyway, I'm here, so we'll race. and that's how I started my first race. And in the first race itself, I got my ligament injured because I was not
Oh my God.
yeah, because I was not wearing this proper off-roading gears, because I was in on-roading gear. And you know about autocross, it's always like very much too much of fight inside that, this and all. And
It's a lot of contact, yeah.
yeah,
It's a
so
contact.
and when I don't know how to ride. And I was like, okay, fine. I went inside, rode, and then there was a big stone that hit on my leg, and it got twisted, and the ACL got teared on my first race season.
Oh my God.
So, and then I took surgery and stuff, and it took me like almost 6 to 7 months to recover and come back again to ride. And then I was like, okay, now I'm gonna learn how to ride on a dirt track, on a muddy surface. Then I will go to race. So I took almost like 1 year, just focusing on my basics and stuff. And then the first race that I rode was Rally of Himalayas. Like the rally that I rode was Rally of Himalayas.
Your first rally was Rally of Himalayas.
Yeah, my
That's
first.
one of the toughest ones I think in India, right?
Yeah, because even Rally of Himalayas was like most of my friends that time, when I was in Jaipur, most of my friends were like chalo bhai, let's go to raid, we'll go do this desert storm. I was like, what are these guys talking about? Because I know about autocross, supercross races, but this rally is something different. And then they were doing a lot of setups on the bike and stuff, and it was totally different, and it was very interesting. And they were talking about 2 day, 3 day, like 5 days event, and autocross, supercross and all happens only 1 day. And I was like, okay, this is like something crazy, more adventurous. So I was like, okay, fine, then I have to go there. And then I took the rule book and stuff. It was like the entry only was like 30,000, and I was like, that time I was a privateer, and okay, let's do something. And then meanwhile I also was about to get engaged, like hitched. So I took a marriage loan, and then I didn't do a marriage with my marriage loan, I did racing. So I took
We should
a
not put the spot in the when we make it public.
so I was like, okay, let me have a marriage loan. So like my company was offering me a marriage loan. I was like, okay, fine. I took the marriage loan and ended up in Rally of Himalayas. So almost first race. So I didn't have bike, gears, and everything from zero to everything I have to get. So I got bike setups and riding gears and service backup and transport, everything, and it almost cost me 2 lakhs for one single event. And I was like, I've put almost whatever I had, so I have to take home something, or it's like a big loss for me, and I am like a bankrupt. Okay, because even if you are bankrupt also, if you have some motivation from the race or the rally, you may like, okay, let's see, we'll try to do one more race, that motivation will be there. But I was like, okay, kind of I'm going to this race, either I'll win or I'm not going. So I was like, then I'm going, so I'll win only. So I had this mindset, okay. The day one I went, and I don't know about Himalayas, because that's my first visit to Himalayas, and I'm racing there. So I have zero knowledge, and people told me about this oxygen level is very low, and you need to be very fit, and the bike also need to be very very fit. You need a carburetor tuning, jet, that, this and all. I was like, okay, whatever I know, like from my childhood, whatever I know, I did everything. And then I went there, and then the day one only, it got sucked. My carburetor, everything got choked, air filter got choked, and then I couldn't move my bike only. And day one itself, I got DNF'd. So it was like, it was snowing actually. The stage one itself, it was snowing, and the guys who rode like in the top 20, 25 and all, they just passed. But then after that, whoever was there in like after 25, they all got stuck with the snow. So it was too cold, and every bike was like fluttering, and it was too cold also for us. And then it was very much, you know, kind of a man and the weather kind of stuff. So you need to survive with the weather. So it was very cold, and all the bikes started fluttering, and then the bike didn't move. Only in the first stage itself, almost 50 bikes got DNF'd. Almost 50 bikes. And you know, nowadays the number of entries that you get is not even 50. I don't know why, but you know, not even 50. But then that time, like 100 and plus entries used to come. So almost like half of the entry list is gone. The day one, the stage one itself. So it was like, you know, I was like, I went back to the hotel, and everybody was writing a letter saying we had a snowfall, that, this and all. So we need to extend the MPL time as the maximum time limit. So we need to extend it. So I was like, no brother, I'm not signing it, because it's actually our fault. And you know, it is Himalayas, and you need to be prepared, you know, before to, you know, don't put you know, it's not the organizer's fault or the weather's fault. It's basically our fault. You know, don't put that into someone else's pocket. So I was like, I didn't sign it. But then what happened? The rest 49 people signed, and then it got approved. And then they extended 10 minutes of the MPL time. And then eventually 10 minutes though, I also came inside.
Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, but still, I think one of the things that you talked about is nearly half of the what do you say? The registrations right now are nearly half of what they used to be. I think a major reason for that would be that the expenditure is going up.
Yeah, I guess, you know, brother, back in the days, it was too much costly, I would say. Because to, you know, get your bike ready, it will take you a lot of time and lot of energy, lot of money. But then now it's not like that. Even I am from Hero, but then, you know, it's not about praising Hero. But then Hero also has a, you know, made a platform, Xpulse, which gives you like, you know, rally kit and all. That is like just 45 to 50,000. You just get it, you know, fix it, and then you can go racing directly. But back in the days, it's not like that. You need to set up like each and everything that you need to set up was very difficult. That's why people are getting more experienced riders, you know, from the, you know, from 2003, 2004, from the time who are all riding, are getting so much of experience than the new riders now. You know, the new riders are really fast. You know, they are capable of doing many stuff, but then their technical knowledge is zero. That is just because, yeah, that is just because, you know, you get everything in the market. You get from A to Z, you get everything in the market, you just need to pay. But before, it was different. Like, you need to pay, plus you need to spend a lot of your energy and time
to get that stuff.
Yeah, to get that stuff.
And
Because
get that stuff, apply that stuff also.
yeah, so like you know,
information was not easily available, I guess. At that
yeah,
time
yeah,
as well.
yeah, of course. Like, you know, people like me, like if you have 8 hours of job and 5 days of work, then you know you have only Saturday, Sunday. So Saturday, Sunday, what else you can do? Like, you go practice or you fix your bike. So if your bike is not ready, you have to fix your bike, and then you fix your bike in the 2 days, and then like from Monday to Friday again it's washed out. So you can't go practice again Saturday, Sunday. So like, you know, on Saturday, Sunday, it will be again, it's like a waste of time that you're doing. But now it's not like that. Everything is manufactured ready, and you just need to go buy, fix. You can do it on your own, DIY. So
Lots of people do that as well.
yeah, so that's why motorsport is getting a lot of there have been a lot of communities also, not only for motorsport, for motorcycle also. There's been a lot of community now started, and then even motorsport is growing now, and then there are a lot of events. But then the register, the entries are very low. Maybe I think they need to promote more of that, the event, that what they are doing.
Absolutely. See, it's what I believe is, because I've talked to a lot of people since I started this motorsport thing. So I talked to a lot of people about this. First reason that I mostly get is for not participating is money. People don't have the money, because it's not just about the bike. The parts, spare parts, you have to spend on transportation as well. For a simple race, for example, if I want to go to a rally of Chikmagalur next year, from Pune, it will back and forth. It will cost me 40 to 50,000 just for bike transportation. Other than that, gear, mechanics, food, stay, lots of stuff, lot of expenditure there. And even if I win, I don't think. That's what people think. Even if they win, the return is not that much. So the most of the times, the reason that I get is money has to be spent, but the returns are really low. Because right now for rallies, I think there are only two teams in India right now. One is TVS and one is Hero. Both of you guys. And other than that, finding sponsors is really hard. Now again, this comes back to the fact that there is no media coverage, what you're talking about as well. Without media coverage, companies will not agree to come and invest their money. What will they get in return if they invest the money? People are not watching their sponsorships, right? The main reason for sponsoring a rider is to, other than Hero and TVS, absolutely, but yeah, other than if a normal company, for example, say Parley, wants to come and invest some money and sponsor, say, 5 people, they want their logos on their jerseys and everything, but not many people watching that because media is not covering that. That's something that I want to work on at the end of the day, so that media starts a little bit more, paying attention. Not just one article after the race is over, after everything is done. 2 days later, there is one small article, this guy won and this guy won. That's all. Nothing else.
Yeah, so it's like from my point of view, like it's not like anyone's point of view. It's just my point of view. It's like I think people are becoming lazy. You know, take it like 10 years back. 10 years back, we also had events, and we also had problems for money, problems for transport, everything. But still, people were coming. So the same scenario is now here, because 10 years back, the value for money, whatever it is, was there, and today whatever the value for money is there, so you can't compare the value for money. So yeah, of course you have to spend a lot of money on motorsport, and it is there, and it is their choice of choosing the sport. So you choose a sport which is more expensive, then you have to spend. And just because I told people are lazy, because I saw, even we did HTBC. HTBC was a successful event. You would have spoke to Asad Khan, the winner.
Yes.
So it was a marvelous event, I would say. And this Hero MotoCorp and Hero Motorsports have spent a lot of money, energy, time, everything on that. And in return, what do you think Hero will get? Nothing. Maybe they can sell quite a lot of expense.
A few extra bikes.
Yeah.
A few extra bikes.
Few extra
I
bikes.
don't think
That
he
they
has
can
very
do
good
with
defense.
any advertisement. That they can do with any advertisement. And Expels is obviously like it's known to everyone, so it's not like a marketing for Expels. Okay, so because that's the only bike which is there in that segment. Okay, like 200cc off-road bike is only Expels. So there's no other competitor, and you don't have to promote also. If you need a 200cc off-road bike, you just go for Xpulse. That's all. Okay, so
The next best option is, I think, Kawasaki or KTM 250, and that costs double of what the Xpulse
yeah.
costs.
So it's always the value
Not
for
even
money.
road
I
legal.
said, no. So
Xpulse is road legal. Those are not even road legal.
yeah, so it's very expensive. You can't get that. Normal आम आदमी तो नहीं ले सकते. So it is very difficult.
बिल्कुल नहीं.
Yeah. So
Just for, yeah, exactly.
and this HTBC, when we started, most of the people thought like it's not gonna be a great show, it's not gonna be a big event or something like that. Okay, so not much of people I know also, they didn't register, and I was seeing a lot of beginners, a lot of enthusiast guys who were registering on that, and we had more than 1 lakh of registration. That was like a success. But then the known motorsport guys, they didn't register. The known motorsport guys, whoever attends the whatever rallies or motorsport event happens, only I would say 30% of the people got registered, and this is free of cost. Okay, so this is free of cost, and the main thing is you just need to get qualified on the day of qualification. Also, whatever is your city, Hero has put a stage there to perform on your city, and you just need to bring whatever bike you have. It's not compulsory that you have to bring Xpulse for the qualification. You have to bring whatever bike you want. You just get qualified.
Yeah, the first round was a slow race.
Yeah.
It's not a slow race. How slow you can go for a particular distance. I went for that one as well. Couple of my friends as well. Considering the number of off-roading people we have in Pune, the number of people that turned up was actually less. People are looking for quick wins.
Yeah, so
that I really agree with.
if it is a free event also, people are not coming. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You said for transportation they want they'll be charging so much, and for events entry they'll charge so much, service they'll charge so much. Okay, this is an open event and it is very free. Even though if it is free also, not much of people got registered. Okay, and from outside point of view, we got 1 lakh registration. That is huge. But then all these 1 lakh registration are not from the motorsport core guys. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So
very few of the actual racers that I know, the people who participate in FMSCI events, actually registered for this.
Yeah. So and then in the Bangalore qualifying, so we got 90 participants. So for the whole 90 participants, we gave bike, we gave hospitality, and we gave a transport. Okay, so this is like full free of cost, and the event was like a 5-star event, and the hospitality that they gave was like huge. Not even I would have got that. I'm a factory rider. Even I would have not got that. They treated them like kings. Okay, and they gave them 3 days of training. Okay, on these 3 days of training also, we were marking people who were doing good, who were doing bad and stuff. Okay, but from this 90 participants, I would say only 30 participants were 30 to 35 participants were very much eager to participate, and they wanted this
to learn,
that kind of
to grab the opportunity they've got.
So they knew what opportunity is. Okay, so only these 30 to 35 people were behaving like they got an opportunity, and they have to use it. This was their behavior. But rest, everyone was like chilling out. They were all very new to the sport. They were just chilling out. They don't know the seriousness of motorsport, and they don't know the seriousness of opportunity. And these 90 guys got this opportunity. 1 lakh guys, baat chala gaya. They all went. Okay, only these 90 guys got selected. So it is like a big opportunity for them. It's like a lifetime opportunity. But not everyone used it.
True.
I guess that's what I was telling you. Like the number of entries that went down just because the guys who started racing back in the days are maybe old, or they run out of money, because they keep on doing this motorsport stuff. Okay, motorsport is obviously I told you, like, it's very expensive. So when you like do this stuff for almost like 10 years, so you will obviously run out of money, and there's a point of time where you will be like, bus, kafi hai. Yeah. So it will be like that. Okay, so either you have to be in a stage where you can express your feelings, or you can perform and show your skills, like a factory rider or maybe like a privateer with a team or something like that. But then if you are not there anywhere, then doing it for more than 10 years will be like very hard. In this motorsport, it's very hard.
True. I think people nowadays, like our generation, like especially my generation, I'm sorry, I don't know your age, but my generation, we need glamour. We need the quick win, ki haan chalo jaldi se paisa aa jaye, we invest 2 lakh, we want 4 lakhs back, things like that. I think that's the mindset that's stopping people to participating. There's no glamour in the right now, other than a few select athletes. Most of the athletes, like for example in cricket, each and every cricketer gets some or the other amount of, like, even minimal time on TV. The moment you're on the Indian cricket team, you start getting offers from advertisers and whatnot. That glamour is missing from motorsports, and I think that's one of the reasons as well that people of our generation are not willing to come forth.
Even I have thought this many times, like before when I was privateer, I had so much of views, and I was not privateer for a long time. So I had an opportunity, and I showed my what do you say I showed my dedication towards that opportunity, and then I'm here now. So in a quick period of time, I went inside a factory, like a Hero Motorsports team. So I know what is opportunity. So that's why I'm here. And most of the other people wanted opportunity, but then they are not using it. Like, if you really wanted to ride fast, what you'll do? Like, you'll fix your bike, like the powerful machine. Okay, and you'll take that ride for practice, blast it, everything. Okay, but when you don't know what is there inside the bike, how you will blast? Can you get my point? Like you can fix a suspension, like the topmost suspension that it's available in the market, and you took the suspension, you fixed it. Okay, and you were like, okay, I'm going for practice, I'm going for race. It doesn't matter what suspension it has. It matters how good you know about that suspension.
How you tune it to the small things. One point, the rebound. If you tune it up 1 point or minus 1 point, what it will affect exactly?
It's like how you tune it, and you should know what it does. Okay, so it's not like suspension, this is the good suspension that I it's available in the market, I'm fixing it, and then I'm going for race. It's not like that. You should know, you should be aware of that suspension, and you should know about your engine. You should know about everything, whatever stuff you have, whatever you are putting on your bike. So that's how you will become a development rider also, and then you'll become a skillful rider also. Like most of the people back in the days used to do this because parts were not available, and they used to do a R&D on their own, fix it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, like it will take a lot of time to fix only, then they'll know about the bike, they'll know about the knowledge. But now it's not like that. You can go to any race and ask anyone what is the suspension setup. Just ask them, they'll never know. Yeah, and the mechanics has to teach them, but mechanics will not teach them just because they are not a team. So it's like a support they are giving. It's not like a team. Even if they are team also, they'll not tell. Okay, so rally point of view, so I would say as you told, the same thing. We are not getting prize money. Okay, so it's not good enough prize money that we get, because per event we are spending like almost a lakh of money to get inside to finish the race. But then when you finish, it's always like the passion that you take forward. It's not any motivation. Like how long a passion can go, a certain up to a certain time. After that you want something to drive that passion. So to drive that passion you need money. So that's what I feel. Yeah, so to drive the passion you need money, and it's not maybe organizers fault, or I don't know, like even in motorsport they are not getting enough sponsorship.
Public doesn't watch, public blames media again, that the media doesn't show, sponsors blame media that the media doesn't cover, organizers blame sponsors that they don't come, and then organizers blame federation, and the federation goes back and blames media. So it's like a circle, it's a weird circle that keeps going on and on. So we have to start somewhere. So this is where I start. That's why I started this. Now I thought about the root of the problem.
One thing, this is like all the riders has to talk. The riders has to take this initiative. Not every rider is opening their mouth to tell their point of view. So when they are not talking anything, then you can't change anything. There are few riders, like few in the sense I would say only two or three riders in the community, like the present community, are speaking out. And they are fighting for their own benefits and for the other riders' benefit. But when they are fighting, the other riders are just watching their fight.